Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the ranked system. That is the purpose of this entire video. We're not going to be going into any details about how to do things, attacking characters, or how to play this game. We're just going to talk about how to fix the current ranked system that is going on in Tekken 8 right now that is just, holy fuck, it's out of whack right now. Season 2 made things even easier than they were initially in Season 1. When Season 2 first dropped, I thought that the rank system was perfect. You know, blue ranks, once you hit blue ranks, you have to win consistently to rank up. Now they've made it so there's win streaks, and the win streak bonuses are absurd. I can't even believe it, but like you get 6,000 plus points for winning 9 times in a row now. It's crazy. And I get that they're trying to eliminate the whole smurfing aspect, you know, players that are on really high level of Tekken, and then they restart their account and they want to just try to go through the ranks again from beginner and up, or they're playing on an alternative account or something like that. But that's a very small portion of the demographic. Most people are sticking to their main account. They're just trying to rank up organically and normally, and we should tailor the ranking system to that. So how are we going to do that? Well, I was on stream the other day playing some Bloodborne, and the chat gave me an idea to basically try making a video of how I think that the rank system should work out going forward in Season 3. To fix things, maybe balance things out a little bit so that we're not in a complete cesspool of, you know, garbage up until Tekken King rank, pretty much. You know, that's basically the first true rank in this game, and I think that's absurd. That's a ridiculous concept. So how do we fix that? Well, first of all, we got to get rid of the free ranks. We need to eliminate the free ranks to just these ranks up here. Beginner, first dan, second dan. Okay, those 3 ranks are free. You start out as beginner, you rank up by winning a few matches to first dan, and then second dan is also the same type of thing, winning like 1 or 2 matches and you're a second dan. Okay, that makes sense. Those are free. And you can lose 50 times in between each of those ranks, and it still won't detriment your point score. Give out those ranks for free, okay? Fighter should be the first rank where you can start getting demoted. You can get Fighter for free. You won't actually get demoted up until you are in the teal ranks, which the first rank of that is Fighter, as you can see on screen. Fighter, Strategist, Combatant, those are the teal ranks. Those are the very low level of ranks in the pool right now. Hardly anybody is in those ranks at the moment. And I think that's kind of silly. There should be a much bigger pool of players in those ranks than there currently are. The reason that we see such an influx at like yellow ranks and above is because everything from Warrior on, everything up to Warrior, I should say, is given out for free. So we need to, first of all, chop that out of the fucking equation, okay? We shouldn't be just handing out teal and green ranks for free. You shouldn't be worrying about getting demoted starting at Warrior. You should be worrying about getting demoted at Fighter, in my opinion. Yes, that's more difficult, sure. But the trade-off is we can make the ranking system a little bit more fair for players in those ranks. For example, once you do hit teal ranks, in my opinion, so these ranks on screen, Fighter, Strategist, Combatant, these ranks should award you, we'll give it a point metric. Here's the random point metric I'm going to give it. 1,000 points per win, 250 points that you lose per loss. Plus 1,000 for winning, minus 250 for losing. Which means that for every 4 losses, you have now lost the equivalent of the amount of points you had gained when you won once. That's more than fair. I think that's perfectly reasonable. Then we go up to the green ranks, the ranks you see on screen here. Brawler, fucking Ranger, and Cavalry. Okay, those 3 ranks are green ranks. Again, currently, as of Season 2, and since Tekken 8 has debuted, green ranks are completely fucking free. You do not get demoted in these ranks currently. You can lose 100 times without winning a single match, and you won't lose 1 point. You will stay stagnant at the exact number of points that you currently have until you win again, and then you'll get an increase. It's not reasonable. We need to balance this out more. What we should do is increase the amount of points you lose for losing a match versus the increase that you win per every match. So if you're a brawler, so you've entered the green rank threshold now, and you win a match, you get 1,000 points. If you win against somebody higher than you, say you gain 1,500 points. If you win against somebody lower than you, then I think you should still gain 1,000 points because you're still in green ranks. So even if you're a brawler and you lose to, or or you beat a combatant or something, combatant is the highest teal rank. So if you're a brawler, you beat a combatant, you should still gain 1,000 points. That's more than fair in my mind. Now, the issue with the point deduction scenario is how do we decide what's a fair, what's a reasonable point decrease whenever you do lose a match in green ranks? If 250 points is the deduction for losing a match in teal ranks, I think maybe 350 points for a deduction in green ranks is fair. Okay? 1,000 points for winning, minus 350 for losing. And it doesn't matter the rank that you're at. Unless the player is much higher than you. Say they're in yellow ranks. Then you should lose like 250 points. And if they're in orange ranks, I don't know why a green rank would ever fight an orange rank, but if they are in orange ranks and you lose to an orange rank player, then you should lose like 100 points. You know, this is a reasonable metric. Minus 100 versus an orange rank, minus 250 for a yellow rank, minus 350 versus other green ranks. But honestly, you should just be sticking to your own color grade. You stick within that rank scheme, and you'll rank up the fastest. That's how it's always been in Tekken, right? You get more points for beating somebody your same exact rank. You get slightly more points for beating somebody one rank higher than you, and you get slightly fewer points for beating somebody one rank lower than you, but it's all around the same level, the same value for winning the fight. Now, let's go to yellow ranks. Yellow ranks, 1,000 points for winning, minus, say, 500 for losing. That's fair, because yellow ranks, in my opinion, are still very low-level players that are still trying to figure out the game, just still trying to mash buttons and have no idea what they're doing yet. They should be awarded a reasonable number for winning, still 1,000 points, but 500 for losing. That's fair. Orange ranks, 1,000 points plus for winning against somebody their rank scheme, and then minus, say, 750. I think that's good. Orange ranks should be a little bit more hard done by. And finally, red ranks. This is where it should be a 1,000, 1,000 cap. Red ranks used to be a respected color grade back in Tekken 7, back in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Red ranks were the official color where you thought, okay, this player's good. This guy knows what the fuck he's doing. Red ranks in Tekken 8 are brand new to the game. They have no idea what the fuck's going on. They barely know their ass from their elbows. So what the fuck is this? Red ranks are like kind of being disrespected right now because that rank color grade used to mean something. Now it means fuck all. Again, no offense to anybody who's sitting in Garyu, Shinryu, Tenryu. Those ranks are fine, but they're giving them out for free. There is no real challenge to getting red ranks anymore because all you need to do is gain a couple of win streaks and away you go. You're fucking red ranks pretty much. And again, with the rank changes in Tekken 8, there's only 3 ranks per color. They need to change that to 4 again. That would be ideal, but they've already added all these new God of Destruction level ranks. Fine, I think it's a lazy-ass addition. They should just add back an extra rank in between and reset everybody back to beginner. That's how I think it should go. But whatever, I'm not Bandai Namco. I think if they're going to stick with the ranks that we have right now, we should have red ranks be the first rank that means something, where everybody's capped at. Garyu should be the most popular rank in the world, not fucking Fujin. You know, that makes sense to me. Garyu used to be the most popular rank in the world in Tekken 8 in Season 1. Now it's Fujin. And it was Fujin at the end of Season 1. It was Fujin at the beginning of Season 2. And now, actually, I think it might even be fucking Bushin right now. We have to check EWGF.GG for that, but I'm pretty sure it's either Fujin or Bushin. One of those two is most popular rank in the world right now by a fucking landslide, and there's something wrong with that picture, right? Blue ranks should mean something. Blue ranks should mean you're a fucking tank and you know what you're doing. You know, you're getting there. You're getting to fucking high-level play. Now it's just I can't wrap my head around what they were thinking with this concept. You're essentially saying to the player base that ranked starts at Tekken King. That's the first real rank in the game because you have to maintain. That's the beginning. of where you absolutely have to maintain a positive win rate at all times in order to rank up, because for every win you gain 1,000 points, and for every loss you lose 1,000 points. There are no more win streak bonuses, which is something we'll address in a minute. Win streak bonuses are ridiculous, and I have an idea for win streak bonuses, but I think they should remain in the game for lower ranks, but they need to be capped at a certain level. Right now, you're allowed to a 3, 6, and 9 win streak bonus, and each time you gain a win streak of 3 or more, and then you can stack those win streaks. You gain a win streak bonus for points. I think the first win streak bonus for winning your first 3 matches in a row is 1,400 points for that win. For your third win in a row, you get 1,400 points. And then for your 6th win in a row, you get over 3,000 points, and then you get over 6,000 points for your 9th win in a row. Again, I understand what they're doing with this scheme. They're trying to appeal to the Smurfs. They're trying to get the Smurfs, the people that are really good, the fuck out of those ranks, so that they can get to those people to where they rightfully belong, right? The higher ranks, obviously. But again, that's a small demographic of people that are playing this game. So why is that a thing? That should not be a fucking thing, in my opinion. So, what do we need? What are we going to do here to fix this? I think that the points should go for red ranks, 1,000 for winning, 1,000 for losing. Okay, and then when you hit purple ranks, Mighty Ruler, Flame Ruler, Battle Ruler, it should stay the same there as well. But the difference is the win streak bonuses that you should get. So we'll talk about that now. The win streak bonuses are absurd right now, as we just talked about. But what should happen is once you've hit fighter and you get a win streak bonus, it should apply the same from fighter all the way up to, I'd say, Kishin. The same exact win streak bonus all the way through. And it should only apply for every 3 wins, and it should never stack. That's just too much. It's just way too many fucking points. One thing is they should do 1.5 times what you gain for winning as your win streak bonus. For example, if you've won your 3rd match in a row, now you gain 1,500 points instead of 1,000 points. That's more than fair. But then, say you win 6 fucking matches, then you gain another 1,500 points for that win, but you don't get 1,500 points every time you win on your 4th and 5th match win. You just get the stack on the 6th win. Instead, what they're doing in this scenario in Season 2 right now, you win 1,000 points for match 1, 1,000 points for match 2, 1,400 for match 3, 1,400 again if you win match 4 and 5, and then it jumps to 3,000 if you win match 6. That 3,000 then stacks, unless I'm wrong here, because I haven't had the... correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive this is how it works, because I haven't played in blue ranks for a long time, so I don't know, and I honestly haven't even played ranked for like 3.5 months now, something like that, 3 months-ish, over 3 months. I haven't even touched ranked. I'm still sitting at Tekken God with Kazuya, so it's not, like I'm not trying to rank up my character right now, because I think Season 2 and Tekken 8 in general is a fucking joke. And I would like to make a video about what nerfs I should put on all the big characters and the crazy characters that are in the game right now. But I will think about that and make a video down the road. Right now, we're just talking about ranks, so I'm digressing a little bit. So as for the win streak bonuses, like I said, we've got the, every 3 wins you gain a 1,500, you get a 500 point increase. That's fair for every 3 wins, and that happens. That doesn't stack. So you get 1,000 points for win 4. You get 1,000 points for win 5. Win 6, you get another 1,500. Win 7, you get same thing, 1,000. Win 8, you get another 1,000. Win 9, 1,500, etc., and so forth, till you go down the fucking... You could have a 25 win streak. You're only gaining a 1,500 point increase for every 3 wins that you do. And I think that's more than reasonable, because there's tons of players out there that are on like 50 plus win streaks that are smurfing big time, and they're just collecting all these free points. And it's absurd. Why are we allowing players to artificially increase their rank at such a rapid pace when the smurfing demographic is so tiny? There's really not that many smurfs out there. So why are we appealing to those people and structuring the rank system around that concept when the majority of players aren't smurfing. We're just trying to play the fucking game, right? So, I think that's fair for the win streak bonus. The other bonus I think that we should be awarded, this is also to incentivize completing the set, right? If you're there's tons of one and doneers out there. There's tons of them. A lot of players just don't like certain matchups, and so you just play the one match and you quit right after. I think it's absurd to do that because what are you learning at the end of the day? I understand you hate the freaking character, but you have to at least try to learn the matchups in this game. And you're never going to learn anything if you're one and doneing people all the fucking time because you just don't like the certain match. You have like 5 or 6 matchups in the game you're really good at. You'll complete the set versus those characters, and then you will just run away, and that's it. From other matchups that you're not very good at after the first match, whether you win or lose. That's mind-blowing to me. I get one and done sometimes, and I'm a fucking Kazuya player. What the hell are you running away from Kazuya for fuck's sakes? This dude is trash in this game right now. Yeah, I went there. I said Kazuya's trash. He is. I mean, he fucking is. I can make a video about why I think Kazuya is garbage for Tekken 8. But I mean, he's been garbage for Tekken 8 for quite a while. It's even more obvious now in Season 2 that he is. But why are you running away from Kazuya? I don't get that. Why are you running away from Devil Jin? You know? Why are you running away from Steve or Azucena? You know, these characters are not that fucking strong. Just because you don't understand the matchup and you're getting your ass kicked by these characters doesn't mean that running away is the solution. The solution is sticking it out and trying to learn from how the player approaches you with the character and dealing with that character's bullshit. How are you going to learn anything if you're fucking running away all the time, right? So, we should award a point value for winning the set. Like, I think a fair point influx for winning the set up until I'd say maybe Tekken King rank is 1,500 points for every win. For every set win. Okay? 1,500 points. And that should stack with win streaks. So say you have 1,500 points for winning the set, and you would have gained an extra 500 if it was your third win in a row, right? But you stuck out the set, you beat them twice, and you won a previous match before that in your last set with a different player, right? So now you would have got, without winning the set, if we take that point increase out of the equation for 1 second, just put that over here for a minute. After those 3 wins, as I just discussed, if you're Kishin rank and below, you would have got a 1,500 point increase there, right? An extra 500 on top of your 1,000 that you win normally. But with your set win, because you took the set, you get an extra 500 points on top of that. It incentivizes the player, so now you've earned 2,000 points for just playing the set. Because you played really well last time, and you're playing well again this time. And you've won the set, and you're on a 3-win streak, so you get 2,000 points for that. That's fair. That's more than fair. It's not a ridiculous amount, but it's double the amount you would have for a normal win, and it's going to boost you up slightly higher and slightly faster than, if you had just won one match, right? That's reasonable. It's not absurd. It's going to still help out Smurfs because they're still going to be completing sets. They're still going to be doing win streaks. They're still going to be garnering their 2,000 points per match every couple of matches, right? And they're going to be climbing fast. But it's not going to be absurd and outrageous and 6,000 points here, 6,000 points there, blah, 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 all down the fucking line. That's absurd. That's nonsense. It makes no sense to me at all. So to reiterate, I think that the win streak bonus should be only 500 points for every 3 matches. And completing a set should give you an extra 500 points because it incentivizes players to stay in and not leave after one match. If you have to leave after one match, fine. You still get your 1,000 points and you're out of here. Or you lose your 1,000 if you lost a match and you're out of here. That's fine. But that's where it should stop, right? Otherwise, we're just giving out points for free and it's just a bit too much. That's how it should be structured from, I'd say, Fighter, which should be the first rank where you can actually start getting demoted, not fucking Warrior. That makes no sense. Yellow ranks? Those used to mean something in Tekken 7. They don't fucking mean anything now. It's just a beginner button masher fucking smashing your head on the controller rank. That's what those ranks are. Like, you don't have a fucking clue what you're doing. And it's okay to be a scrub and not know what you're doing. Nobody's knocking you for that. But those ranks, or those people should be sitting at beginner, first dan, second dan. You know, fighter, strategist, combatant. Those ranks are for the beginners. Not the. As soon as you get to green ranks, you should have some semblance of what the fuck is going on. You should at least know what your punch and kick buttons are. You should at least know what a throw is. You should at least have a very, very basic combo down with your character, whose launcher you now understand how to use. Like, that's what green ranks should represent. But that's not even remotely in the fucking ballpark of what green ranks represent right now. They have been demoted hardcore in terms of value and what they mean. And I know that, like, green ranks are that's the color grade that everybody always mocks and talks shit about. Oh, it's a green rank player. Well, I mean, nowadays you can't even say that. You're saying blue rank players now. It's absurd. Blue ranks are the new green ranks, and I can't believe I'm actually saying that. But it's a fucking fact. It's so frustrating. But it's just the reason it's so frustrating for me personally. I think is just because people, once you hit Tekken King, that's where the ranks start. That's where the true rank system actually works. So Tekken King, Tekken Emperor, Tekken God Supreme, God of Destruction, and then the 8 God of Destruction ranks on top of that with GOD 1 and above, up to Ouroboros, which nobody has that one yet, or 7, or 6. I think there's like 1 or 2 people that have GOD 5 on the whole planet. One of them's probably cheating. I think the other one's like Ninja Killer or something. Regardless, though, I think that's a silly system to me. Why are you having these top level ranks be the only ranks in the entire game that are actually meaningful on some level? These people should be proud of their rank when they're red ranks. People should be proud of their rank when they're purple ranks. And I think you still should be, but it's hard to be. If I was a purple rank, I'd be like, I feel like I'm just giving this for free. It's just I don't really feel like I worked for this. I've heard people in my chat that just picked up Tekken 8 that are playing some easy character, right? And they're in fucking blue ranks already after 2 days, and they don't even know how to do a combo yet. And they're in the chat saying this to me. It blows my fucking mind. I couldn't imagine a Fujin player in Tag Tournament 2 who doesn't even know how to do a combo yet. That blows my. It's like a holy shit. It's like that guy. That Fujin player used to have a PhD in Tekken back in those days. Now you just graduate grade school and you're a fucking Fujin player. It's insane, man. It's insane. So the discrepancy between games, like, this is both how I think ranks should be structured and a bit of a rant video on top of that. But it's important to me that we smooth things out for Season 3. Because I don't want players to just be stuck in this blue rank hell all the fucking time. There should be some discrepancy. There should be some red rank players, some purple rank players, some blue rank players that are just. It should be more even throughout the color schemes, So, like I said earlier, red ranks: Gauryu, Shinryu, Tenryu, 1,000 points for winning, 1,000 points for losing, and then the win streak should also apply there as well. No loss streak, but a win streak should apply. Purple ranks, same thing, 1,000 points for winning, 1,000 points for losing. What you could even do with red ranks specifically is make the win streak 2,000 points and still have it an extra 500 points for completing the set, if you win the set, right? So that way, for one match, you can potentially win 2,500 points altogether. But purple ranks should stick to 1,000, 1,000, 1,500 for 3 wins, and then 1,500 for completing the set, up to 2,000 points max for purple ranks. And then finally, in blue ranks, I think it should be very simple. 1,000, 1,000, 1,500 for winning, for a win streak, 1,500 for completing the set, and if you lose 3 times, 1,500 points lost. That makes sense to me. That's where blue ranks should start with should begin loss streaks. Blue rank players have nothing to fear right now. You guys are losing 1,000 points for losing one match right now, and you're winning 3,000 plus sometimes just for winning a match because you were on a bit of a streak there, right? So, or 6,000 plus. That's too much. It's just too much, man. It's inflating the rank scheme to such a ridiculous extent, and then players are getting to this super high rank of Bushin, and then they're hard stuck. They're capped at that rank, and that's where they cease to gain any more points because you have to start earning points normally right now. You gain 1,000 for winning at Bushin currently in season 2, and you lose 1,000 for losing. There's no more streaks. There's no bonuses whatsoever. It's just you better fucking win more than you lose, or you will never see Tekken King. That's the rule of Bushin, and that's the rule from Bushin and up. All the ranks above Bushin require a positive win streak positive win rate overall to garner the higher ranks. Otherwise, you'll never see ranks like Tekken King, Tekken Emperor, certainly not Tekken God, and anything above that. It's just not ever going to fucking happen unless you're winning consistently. Way more than you're losing. And that's fair, because at those ranks, those guys are fucking high-level players. You should all be doing really well and know your shit at those ranks. We should all be winning more than we're losing at those ranks. Right? That just makes sense. But right now, it's just, it's all over the fucking place. It's like just a jumbled mess over here, and then you get the fucking hardcore shit starting at Tekken King, and these guys are the hardcore players. Now, between every rank is such a difference. It's like, you can't really tell the difference between a Kishin player and a Garyu half the time. But you can certainly tell the difference between a Tekken Emperor and a Tekken King. Or a Tekken King and a Bushin. Or Tekken God, definitely, and a Tekken Emperor. Tekken God Supreme, Tekken God. Like, you can tell the difference. The GOD1s, GOD2s, GOD3s, those guys are pro-level players. Pretty much the best in the world. Like, only the top level players that are extremely high level, maybe really high level content creators, or tournament players are hitting GOD2, GOD3, right? GOD4 even, all those very, very few of those right now. Those ranks are reserved for the pros, and that's fair. That's where they should be. Because it's super hard to get there. You have to maintain a very consistent win rate ratio when you're in those high ranks. Anyways, that's about all I really need to say about that. I wanted to just go over this, have a quick discussion about this, because it's just something that's been on my mind, and it would be nice to see changes like this for Season 3. The rank system is a mess right now, an absolute fucking mess right now. Why do they think it's justified to give out every rank for free up until Tekken King? I don't get that. I don't think that that's right. That's just the reason I think it's right. Before I end the video, I'm going to cap it off right here with a button on it. The reason I don't think that's right is for the player's own mentality. You've got players that have just started the game. They're brand new to the game. They picked it up. They're having a blast. They love this shit. They're ranking up like crazy. They're getting these fucking free points here and left, right, and center, and they're just thinking they're the best fucking thing in the world. Oh, I'm gonna fucking do super well this game. I'm gonna get God of Destruction in no time. I'm gonna fucking compete in tournaments, and man, I'm way better at this game than I thought. You're instilling false hope into these people. Because as soon as they hit that fucking benchmark of Tekken King, they start getting their fucking asses kicked by all these pro players and high-level players, and then they wonder why this game sucks all of a sudden. Well, you increased to a ridiculously high rank way sooner than you had any right to, because the game allowed you to do that, and now you're hitting the hardest fucking wall, going the fastest you've ever gone in your life, and you have no idea where to go. You don't know your ass from your elbow. You're not punishing anything. You don't even know what a punish is. You don't understand basic frame data, universal frame data, like 10-frame jabs, 15-frame launchers. Every low poke is minus 12 at least on block. Basic things like that. That people don't even understand that at Tekken King a lot of the time, or Bushin rank a lot of the time, because they're at those ranks long before they had any reason to be there, any proper reason to be there. Like, they didn't put enough work in to properly learn the game if you're now capped at those ranks. And it's not fair to them. They should be capping much lower so that there's more of a spread, more of a player-based spread. Not all these players all at once in the jumbled mess, just sitting at the top of blue ranks, all fighting with each other and trying to get to Tekken King before each other. None of them have any fucking clue what's going on, and they're all pissed off. They're all Reddit users and Discord complainers and YouTube commenters and all this shit, right? And they're pissed about this game. It's everywhere. You cannot avoid it. If you're a Tekken fan, you are just being consistently bombarded with this shit, right? It's always everywhere. People are not happy right now. This is some of the most egregious behavior I've ever seen from a lot of people. And I talk a lot of shit myself, especially about certain characters like Asuka and Hwarang and fucking, Victor, Alyssa, Anna, Clive, fuck those characters. I can talk all day about how much I hate those fucking characters that are complete bullshit carrying dumbass characters. Jin, Yoshi, Law, Claudio, fuck all of them. They're just absurdly busted garbage characters that I have nothing nice to say about at all right now because they're playing the game for the players. It's so dumb. It's super, super fucking dumb. But you have that in tandem with the ridiculous rank point influx and increase here and there with all these win streaks that are being awarded, and then you've got a fucking mountain of humans existing in blue ranks, and they're all the angriest humans on the fucking planet right now because they can't get out of blue ranks because the game has boosted them to that point and they're all fighting for territory now. It's super brutal. It's brutal. If there was a wider rank discrepancy, like having your orange guys over here, your red guys over here, purple guys, blue guys, spread it out so that those colors are where the demographic fits, not all in blue ranks. You got your orange rank players that are Fujin, and your blue rank players that are Bushin, and your purples that are, Kishin, and your reds that are fucking Raijin. That's basically what it is now. Instead of having it spread out individually from one rank, it should be throughout the color grade, in my opinion. And the only way to fix that is by getting rid of the entire fucking point increase with scheme that you have with the 3,000 and 6,000 point boost from 6 and 9 win streaks respectively. That's so dumb. It's so fucking dumb. So if we want this community to be healthier, we want this community to be happier, we should probably have a rank reset. And I don't mean down to, this is my personal opinion now, this isn't something I think needs to happen, but might be a good idea. Have a complete rank reset in Season 3 back to beginner. I know, I'm a dick. But just hear me out. If we have the type of rank system that I'm suggesting in this video, and we all start back at beginner, the ranks will look completely different than they do right now, going forward. You're only going to have the best players be in blue ranks. You're only going to have the highest level be in Tekken King to Tekken God Supreme. You're only going to have the pros in the GOD ranks, right? Like, it's fucking that simple, And then the purple rank players can be super proud of their rank now because the purple ranks mean something again. It's hard to rank up in purple ranks there. It's tricky to rank up in red ranks now. You actually have to learn a bit about the game if you want to get past Garyu. You have to learn about your character a little bit. Learn some combos. Learn a basic punish. What's your 10 frame and 15 frame punishers? What's your 11 frame while standing? Learn some fucking punish. Learn proper spacing with your character. Stop picking more than one fucking character so you can actually retain this information. Instead of switching between 3 or 4 fucking characters and not knowing what the hell you're doing with any of them. Because they're all different. They all do different things. They all have different spacing. They all do different punishment. They all have completely different combos. How the fuck are you supposed to remember all that stuff when you play 3 or 4 characters and you're sitting in fucking blue ranks? You don't even know anything about the fucking game yet. What are you doing? Picking all these characters. Well, if the rank discrepancy was spread out a little bit more, maybe it'd be a little more lenient for people to play other characters. It's okay to play other characters. Because you're in red ranks right now. Maybe stick to 1 if you want to move up to purple ranks. But at this point, you got a fuck ton of people playing a fuck ton of characters, and they're all sitting in blue ranks, and they're all pissed off, and they don't know anything. and they're trying to fucking get up to Tekken King, and they just can't fucking do it because it's just they're putting way too much on their plate, and the game has made them think that there's something they're not. Right? The game has made them think that they're really fucking good, and they're not. I'm sorry to Mr. Kishin out there who's struggling. Okay, I'm really sorry if you're struggling in Kishin. But you got there, most likely, artificially, because of the rank boosts. And it's not your fault, and I'm not blaming you, and I don't think you're a horrible person or a horrible player. You're probably pretty good. But you are struggling in Kishin because you're in a cesspool of garbage right now with a bunch of other people that are struggling in those ranks that are all angry and hate this game and hate their existence. And the only thing to blame for that is the absurd points that are awarded between beginner and Bushin rank. It's fucking stupid. So if we changed all that, kept the rank scheme exactly as it is right now, don't change the names of the ranks or anything like that, just keep it as it is, and reset everybody to beginner, I betcha we would have a much more pleasant experience. People would still be enjoying themselves. People would be one and doneing less, and the colors would be more spread out. You would have more of a positive of a demographic. So that's just my 2 cents. Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe you have some ideas to throw in about this, but I think it was worth talking about. I think it was worth addressing, and I'm definitely hoping that Bandai Namco sees this and maybe does something along these lines for Season 3, because we desperately need something. I think the rank system, the way it is from Tekken King and onward, is perfectly fine. Leave it alone. But I definitely think that if we're going to do something like this for the future, it would only benefit the community and everybody involved. And guess what? People would have to start learning Tekken a little bit. And I think that's a beautiful thing. What's wrong with learning this game? I tell you right now, I know that nobody labs. I know nobody labs this fucking game. Either A, you don't have time, fair enough. B, you think it's boring. Fine, I disagree, but fine. Or C, you just can't be bothered because you'd rather go to fucking quick match or play in ranked or train or whatever the fuck. You don't even know what training is, but you would rather go and train in ranked. Well, I'm sorry, but that's a sorry excuse, and you're also the same guy that's getting pissed and saying shit on Reddit, right? So people would be incentivized to learn this game more if they had less of a bullshit cesspool of garbage players to deal with. Garbage is in, like, unhealthy for the game, you know? Because you're all angry all the fucking time. And hey, I'm not exempt from that. I'm pissed about this game too. I think it's in a horrible state. There's 15 plus characters right now that are beyond stupid and needing, like, hardcore nerfs. And there's only like 3 or 4 characters in this game I would say are trash tier that can't compete with the fucking meta at all and are not even worth picking up for tournaments because they're so garbage. Kazuya being one of them, for example. They're not garbage characters, but they're certainly garbage for what Tekken 8 is and what it currently represents. They just can't seem to compete with the meta, and the evidence is 100% showing that right now. It's a damn shame. So balancing out the characters for Season 3 is number 1 priority. Making the ranked scheme a little bit better as well for ranked is number 2 priority, in my opinion. And then we will only see a positive result. I don't see how that could possibly go in a negative direction. So, again, let me know what you think in the comments. Please like. I would appreciate it. Please subscribe. Hit that fucking subscribe button. I know a fuck ton of you watch my shit, but you haven't subscribed, so hit that fucking button, please. And I guess that's it. Become a channel member, because it helps my ass out. You can use my emotes and spread that shit around for whatever you want, and you'll get some early access to some content I have going forward in the future. So, yeah, hit that fucking members button, because that helps my ass out more than you know. Okay, guys, much love. Stay safe. Check out my album. It's in the description below. You know, stay metal as fuck, and keep rocking out and keep gaming.